Cardone here, and I just want to give you a heads up notice that for any of you concerned about recession, inflation, let me tell you, you should be right now, okay? I'm in Malibu right now, and I'm just looking at shop after shop after shop that's struggling already, okay? And regardless of what you guys
Recessions and bear markets can plague the minds of investors. It can be painful wondering if the asset you're invested in will one day reach new highs or go down to zero. Today we're going to hear some experts talk about the reality of the recession and the possibilities of Bitcoin's future. Cardone talks about the reality of the recession. Elwood discusses the power of Bitcoin. And Michael Saylor teach us why Bitcoin is the dominant store of value in money today.
Cardone here, and I just want to give you a heads up notice that for any of you concerned about recession, inflation, let me tell you, you should be right now, okay? I'm in Malibu right now, and I'm just looking at shop after shop after shop that's struggling already, okay? And regardless of what you guys hear in the media, I just want to prep you for how to get through what's going to be, I believe, and I'm predicting to be 2, maybe 3 years that are very, very difficult for entrepreneurs, startups, small business owners. You have to prepare for inflation hitting you. And look, I just want to give you a heads up on this thing. It's happening right now. I believe we're already in a recession, not to be a doomsday guy, because I think that there's ways for you to take advantage of this. But I just passed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shops, and nobody's in them. So the American consumer has like $18 trillion between cash accounts and money markets. You can't get negative right now when you see the bad news. This is an opportunity for you and your family to actually expand, not contract.
And one of the reasons I started to become an advocate for Bitcoin, specifically, the other altcoins or whatever, why I think people should invest in Bitcoin is because it's the first time in the history of the human race where regular people can amass wealth. And Bitcoin, if you read the white paper on Bitcoin, which was created by Satoshi, who was a person or persons, we don't know who they are. And they basically, some believe they were an NSA cryptographer that really wanted to stop all of this endless wars and nation states and central banks and the corruption of like the Federal Reserve and the IMF and all that. So Bitcoin specifically was created, and I have a Bitcoin playlist. Please watch it. Watch my interview with Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert. I've done numerous conversations with Christy I and Rosie Tran, a couple other folks. So I've been talking about there's a recession coming. And so the last 2 weeks, the stock market and the crypto market has really crashed hard. And what is happening, and I've been warning that this is coming, before the pandemic, but when the pandemic and they started doing the CARES Act, when they sent the biggest upward transference of wealth and they gave Wall Street all this money, they gave them free, forgivable loans. You and I, we got to pay our loans back, right? Wall Street's made out like bandits. We've talked about the 100 new billionaires that were created, the trillions of dollars they've made just in the last 2 years. And a recession is coming, and a sign of a recession that when the ruling class starts selling off their stocks and other assets, gold, and even in crypto in this case, to stockpile cash. It's starting.
I agree with you. Inflation is a thing, but it's, compared to 1930, more poor people in America own homes as a percentage of, whatever slice of income you want. So houses might be more expensive, and yet they are also more available to people.
Doesn't feel like a house is available to someone if it's 20% more expensive today than it was 12 months ago.
Yeah, but I'm just
You're
saying, like,
working class right now, the house got 20% more expensive in 12 months. So, so what exactly is making it cheaper in the last 12 months?
I don't know, but I mean, so let's talk about what is unique about Bitcoin that allows it to be better than gold. We don't even have to talk about, dollars in fiat currency. What's the genius of Bitcoin that gets us to a place where we'll actually have a good, good money, good currency?
A theoretical perfect money would be an immutable ledger that's mathematically correct. That means whatever your math system is, if it's 100 million coins, 1 billion coins, 1,000 coins, then 10 stays equal to 10. 21 stays equal to 21. So if you had a mathematically correct ledger, it was shared by everybody in the world. No one could corrupt it and change it. If it was run by a deity telepathically in real time that was non-corruptible, you'd have perfect money. In the absence of God wanting to run the monetary system, the next best idea is you create a computer software program that will run such shared immutable ledger. You make it shared and you make it immutable by letting anybody in the world run that software and having all the nodes on the network check each other and kick off the corrupt nodes in order to maintain a degree of integrity and virtue in the system. So Bitcoin is an approximation of a perfect monetary system because it is correct. It has no inflation in it. It's not corruptible because it's decentralized.
And it's governed by these rules that can't be changed.
Yeah, the rules are what make it mathematically correct.